My father was so stressed out that even at that age of 5.5 or 6, I didn't want to give him any more stress. So even I was in a lot of pain in my hands and my legs.
Yeah.
Every time he asked me, "Are you hungry?" No. "Do you need water?" No. Everything okay?
Your dad has
Yes,
always
okay.
been like that. He's
Yes.
always been very solicitous of other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
but-
what was going on with your brother and sister at the same time?
Well, they were babies. They were 2-year-old and one was just born a few months old. So they were still in Zanzibar with my mom.
Mhm.
My dad had a couple of friends. He did business on the mainland, Dar es Salaam.
Mhm.
And he had this one particular friends. There were like 4 or 5 guys living together in an apartment.
Mhm.
So my dad took me to Dar es Salaam and he made an arrangement for me to be at the age of 6 or less, to be one of the guys that's sharing the apartment. And then he showed me, you come down, you make a left, you walk mile and a half, 2 miles, and that's where the school is on your left side.
Oh my goodness.
When you come out of the school, you make a right and you go all the way down.
Yeah.
And this is where your apartment is, where you stayed. And
That's a lot of responsibility for a 6-year-old.
oh, are you kidding? Crossing the street?
Yeah, exactly.
And you're my dad, of course, coming from a revolution,
Mhm.
I was a very serious kid. Like whatever my father said, I listened. I was not like a normal 5, 6 years old. In the middle of the wall, people are getting killed. There's no food. There's no toys. There's no house to live in. There's no money. There's no car. There's nothing. It's calling surviving.
Yeah.
But you'll be surprised how strong we human beings are. Even at an age I was there, once put in a position, I became very strong, very focused, very serious. So to learn how to get to the school, come back from the school, and every time when I got back home, and I was a winner.
Did
I
they
celebrated.
Did these guys cook for you, or did you
No,
cook for
my
yourself?
dad
or-
hired this lady. They made food for a lot of people that lived around the neighborhood.
Mhm. Oh, they
So-
came with a cart, right?
Yeah. No, they call it tiffin. It's like a 4 thing.
Uh-huh.
So she'll make my tiffin, put my food, and leave it there
I see.
in my house.
I see.
So when I come back from school, I would have food and
What kind of food was it?
I don't remember, rice,
Rice. More rice.
more rice. No, rice, chicken, fish.
Okay.
The food was very cheap in Zanzibar, very, very cheap. And the food over there was also very fresh.
Yeah.
We didn't have refrigerator.
Yeah.
So, everything was the meat, everything was fresh, chicken, eggs, everything was very fresh.
So when you were going to school, I mean, this must have impacted you a lot. All these activities going on around you. Were you able to really concentrate and, at school on your subjects?
Well,
it must have played a big part of in your mind, all this chaos.
Well, it was extremely chaotic. But once again, put in that position, and a lot of kids, young, old, even older people are put in certain position in their life.
Right.
It's amazing how strong we are, how we can adapt to everything. So I don't remember I don't have too many memories when my father left me over there, because I was more scared than anything. I was so scared that getting to school, I was scared. When should I get there? How much longer? How much longer? And then in the school, I had to focus on the work we do, because I had to pass the exams and all that. I wanted to make my parents proud of me, because I've seen them suffer in the revolution.
Yeah.
I've seen them cry. I've seen them. My father was beaten by the revolutionary with the butt of the gun. So many times we were like lucky
Oh my
that
God.
nothing happened to him.
Right.
So when your parents have suffered so much,
Yeah.
even as a 6-year-old, you don't want to give them any headaches. You want to do everything right. And not only me, a lot of kids that went through the revolution and all that experience, all of a sudden became very serious with their life, their responsibility, how they talk to the parents. Nobody wanted candy all of a sudden. Candy was not important. Toys were not important.
So how do you think this impacted you overall, this experience?
Well, it is.
What's one of the main impactful thoughts that you have going
I think
through
the
this?
most important thing that happened to me, I became very responsible. Very, very responsible. I double and triple check everything 3 and 4 times. It taught me a lot of patience. If there's one reason if I'm at all successful today, because I have a lot of patience.
Yeah, you do.
Sometimes people have threatened me in my life.
Yep.
And I just look at them and laugh. And they goes, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "Nah."
That's because you didn't see the butt of the gun.
Exactly. I just, so what can I tell a person that has never been in a revolution or a war? And he's threatening me.
Yeah, I
And of
can't
course,
imagine.
people that usually never do anything anyway, they're just angry for the moment. I understand that. But he taught me a lot of patience. Because if you don't have any patience, you can cry all you want.
So what ended up, your dad started a business, didn't he, in Dar es Salaam?
Well, he was in Zanzibar for many years.
Mm-hmm.
The revolution was in 64. He was, I think, in 68, 3-4 years later,
Mm-hmm.
he came to Dar es Salaam.
So during this 3 to 4 years, that's what you were in that with the 4 other guys.
Yes.
Going to school. Wow.
Yes, going to school. And of course, I didn't know how to read. I didn't know how to write. I didn't know how to make a letter. My father did not know read to write. There were no phones over there, hardly. So I wait 4-5 months. Every 4-5 months, my father would come back in a boat, a big boat.
You mentioned too at one time to me that you had to take a flight.
Yes.
How was that?
So, that was my first flight between Zanzibar and Dar es Salaam. It was very exciting because a little kid going in the plane, but it was very scary too.
Did you hang on to the sides of the plane?
Oh, definitely. But I think first time I was in the plane, it was more relaxing because my father was there. So, when you have your father next to you, you're
makes a difference.
you think you're, he's your King Kong.
Anchor. Yeah,
he's your anchor. And all of a sudden you get strength and you're happy. And because you're so excited. Because, imagine when I had kids, my kids have to see me every 10 minutes in my house. Okay? Imagine not seeing your parents for 4 or 5 months, not being able to talk to them.
Yeah. I can't imagine.
When I had parents, like my mother would ask me 10 times,
Yeah.
"Did you drink your milk? Did you do this? Did you take a bath? Did you do this?" And all of a sudden, I'm here all alone. Nobody's going to tell me, take a bath. What clothes to wear? Are
You
my
had to
clothes
be
clean,
very
dirty?
responsible from a very early age.
Oh, extremely.
Yeah.
Extremely responsible.
Plus the weight of knowing all these things were going on with your parents.
Oh.
That it had to have been frightening, extremely frightening.
At one point when I was in Dar es Salaam, right after the revolution, my father was detained, arrested, put under detention. That means they can pick up anybody, put them in jail. They call it detention till they are done investigating their case. He was there for like 60 days in detention. We didn't know where he was, no contact. You go to the police department and ask, they won't tell you. And of course, my mom tried to hide it from me, so I'm not worried, but I found that out. So
yeah, but not seeing your father, obviously, it causes a lot of emotional, worry.
Yes, especially my grandfather was in Zanzibar and he didn't know where his own son was. So it was a very scary moment for the whole family. But anyway, Chris, I really enjoyed discussing this.
Yes.
It feels like I'm writing my book all over again.
I'm going to have to go back over it and make sure I didn't miss
anything.
anything.
Easy for me to... This is a format I want my book in. It's easy for me to talk about everything.
Yes. I wish I typed as fast. Okay, Shafik.
Okay, thanks.